Right now, those who are eligible may do what they can to get an appointment, but this is the issue.
I'm out.
You're out right now? Okay.
So yeah, we right now there's this Department of Public Health and the Paso Fire Department. The city of El Paso has no vaccines in stock.
However, he's just talking about the city as in local government. Other providers like health clinics still have doses of the vaccine. He also said that the city does not know when their COVID-19 vaccines will be replenished.
But that's not the only problem El Pasoans are facing. You can get an appointment for the COVID-19 vaccine on epstrong.org, but many people are not tech savvy, so their only option is to try to set one up over the phone. But many of our viewers have been hearing this when they try to do that.
All specialists are currently busy. Please hold on the line for the next available specialist.
Dozens of our viewers have been calling our newsroom and sending us emails about having the same issue, like this person who says, quote, I just spent 25 minutes trying to talk to someone at the EP Strong office. Would you please contact someone who is responsible and ask them to hire more people to answer the phones? Or this person who said, quote, I called them at 7:30 to be told that all appointment times were booked and no further appointments were available. How did these appointments get booked so quickly? Today, Emergency Management Director and Fire Chief Mario D'Agostino told ABC7 vaccines will only be administered to people who have an appointment. So let's say you've tried going online and called in and still don't have an appointment. D'Agostino says this is what you should try doing next.
The city of El Paso, that website, that's not the only place to sign up. There's 228 providers. So if you go to that state link, you look at those maps, you can click on each one of those providers and call them and see if they have a waiting list.
So what can you do to find those vaccine providers? We noticed there was no clear resource out there to do that. JC Navarrete joins us live now. And JC, show everyone how complicated it can be to find what the fire chief is referring to.
Yes, Steph, 228 providers. It seems like, it's a lot of providers out there, a lot of options, but it's also very frustrating and overwhelming. epstrong.org does have a link to that map right there, but if you're trying to navigate that page, it could be a little confusing to get from here, just from Google, straight to EP Strong, considering those folks who are eligible to get it may be of a senior age. So let's go ahead and give you a look here at this computer. Again, if you are over the age of 65, you qualify, but getting there may not be that easy. You have to click on that tab where it does say vaccination. Make sure to scroll down here and you'll see there's a myriad of links, a lot of hyperlinks here to click, but again, it could be overwhelming and confusing. Where it does say here, click here to view the Texas Department of State Health Services map. That will bring it up. The only problem there is that not all 228 providers are available. And again, if you're not technologically savvy, this could be intimidating itself. You still have to go ahead and zoom all the way into the El Paso region. Don't want to go too far there. And there you go. There's just a list of some of them. And we noticed this was an issue, especially myself over the weekend. I had a chance to speak to many viewers who called the newsroom complaining about not being able to find a clear source to all these links. What I found they had in common is most of those viewers were over the age of 65. Clearly what they were looking for was just a list of providers to go ahead and have some phone numbers to call, because as we've been reporting, many of these places already have a wait list, meaning many of these places don't even have the vaccine available to you right now. So you have to get in line. The only way to do that is, again, to go through a list of 228 providers. It can be intimidating. That's why, Eric, we decided to make it a little bit easier for you guys at home. Eric, you have a look at that.
Yeah, JC, you went through all of those lists of locations that you saw on the map, and we've now provided a story here, article on our website. This is the homepage of KVI.com. You'll see it says your guide for who to call to try to get a virus vaccine in El Paso. When you click on that story, it'll bring you to this story here, which does give the disclaimer here that this isn't going to guarantee that you get an appointment. You still need to be eligible. You still need to find a place who's actually distributing to everyday people and not necessarily just frontline workers or maybe other people in particular. But as you see, as you scroll down here, this is where we've aggregated that list for all of the locations that have received vaccines and their phone numbers so you can go through in a very easy manner, just going line by line here, number by number, calling all of these and hoping that you can be able to get that precious appointment, which has been so elusive for so many of you. So let's now give you extra perspective on how well El Paso is doing administering the COVID-19 vaccine compared to the rest of the state. Let's carefully take you through the numbers. We'll do so by showing you the top 8 counties in Texas when it comes to vaccine distribution that you see right here. They include the following counties: Harris, which is where Houston is located; Dallas County; Bexar County, which includes San Antonio; Tarrant County, which includes Fort Worth; Travis, which is where Austin is; El Paso County, and then Hidalgo County, which includes McAllen, which is on the border, and then Lubbock County. Those are the 8 you see here. Now you can see that they're also consistent with populations. Harris County has received the most numbers of doses of vaccines distributed to them so far, at more than 157,000 doses. Dallas County is in a distant second with nearly half that, at just over 83,000 doses. El Paso is 6th on this list, as you can see here, of the 8 counties, with 27,075 doses as of today. Now, of those doses distributed, here are the number of vaccine doses administered in each of those counties. What that essentially means is this is the number of shots that have been given in people's arms. Harris County has administered by far the most, at more than 62,000. But remember, it received by far the most doses of the vaccine. Bexar County has actually administered the 2nd most vaccine, despite receiving fewer, as you see here, than Dallas County. Here in El Paso, 18,815 doses have been administered. But for true context of these numbers, and this is where El Paso actually comes out really impressive comparatively speaking, here are the percentages of doses administered. In other words, you've got the number of doses that have been received versus the number of doses that have been administered. Of those, El Paso has administered nearly 70% of its total vaccine doses, by far the most on this list. In fact, only one other county, Travis County, exceeds 50% at 51.9%. But the other 5 counties, Bexar County, just shy of that at 48.5%. But the other 5 counties on this list are below 40%. So El Paso is doing better than the others in the state of Texas. And as we mentioned earlier, the fire chief says the city now needs more.